ladies and Jezebels, and I say that for a particular reason, because I am such a floozy, but more of that shortly. So we've got, yes, yet another Lag Jet, not the same one as the ones that we've seen before. Anyway, let's have a listen, then we'll have a look at this one. Okay, so it's pickup time, and yes, indeed. So this does have, what we are equipped with here is 3 EMGs with a humbucker in the bridge, nom 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 nom, and the humbucker in fact is splittable through the tone pot. So you've got a volume tone here, which obviously I will repeat shortly. So let's have a listen to the pickups. And now we'll have a listen to that bridge humbucker on split. That is bordering on Telecaster jangly. So let's just have a listen if I do it split in the split position and then press the this thing in, because I'm trying to avoid using the word knob. And instantly you go from jangly to warm and thick. Alrighty, so the position between the two. My word, that is a nice guitar. And I will split it. Brilliant, really, really brilliant. Centre position. In between the centre and the neck. Warm, bordering on muddy, I would say, and then onto the neck position. That is, do you know, honestly, I just love those pickups. Right. Let's look round it, I'll tell you what I can. And tell you why I'm a Jezebel. So, as you know, if you've seen any of these before, I am a fat Strat aficionado, or lover, if you like. And if you Well, let's have a look around first. So what we've got is not 22 or 21, but no, we've got 24. 24. I'm trying to avoid standing on the cat. We've got 24 frets. This lovely shiny metallic industrial looking scratch plate here, and of course we're finished in some kind of camouflage khaki kind of thing. And this guitar is new old stock. My buddy Brian bought it, oh, I don't know, probably about a year or so ago, and but even though it's new old, it does have a couple of a couple of lumps out of it here, but let me tell you, it's unplayed. This is unplayed. And let's have a whip through the specs. So what we have is, now these are obviously, as we know, lag guitars are French design. The higher end ones are French made. And I think these are made in Korea, but I'm not 100% on that. I'm reasonably sure that they are Korean. And they're fitted with largely Wilkinson hardware. So you've got really nice gunmetal grey tuning machines there, which as I say, I believe that they are Wilkinson. And around, and speaking at the back of it, so we've got a really nice one-piece maple neck by the looks of it. And don't you just love that heel access scoopy out thing? This reminds me of the that scoopy design there. Reminds me, well, actually, of other lag guitars, but also the Japanese Jackson soloists. They had that similar design at the back there. So although it's a Strat shape, it's not a Strat shape, if you know what I mean. Now, the last one that you saw of these had an ebony fretboard, and this looks, for all the world to me, like rosewood, because it's not pure black, is it? You see, and the action is let me tell you, breathtakingly low. I love the head design because it's quirky and just so French, and you've got a couple of little butterfly string trees there. I don't know what material the nut is made of, but the frets, I can tell you, are absolutely unmarked. You have got, as you can see, 2 singles and 1 humbucker. You've got one tone, one volume, and the tone splits the humbucker at the back there. You've got a standard Strat-like 5-position blade switch, and again, as I say, I'm pretty sure a Wilkinson bridge with a vibrato system, which works beautifully, and it does return to pitch very nicely and very readily. And this came from, as you can probably see on the back here, the American guitar something or other, and I think that he bought this from Germany, as it turns out, but they're just lovely. So yes, I'm a Jezebel, aren't I, because I like fat Strats, and now I've played this, I think that Squire fat Strat is going to have to go, because this is just brilliant. If you are looking for a fat Strat type of thing, but you would like to stand out from the crowd, I mean, really, look no further than these. But apart from the fact that you've got 24 frets, and they're so well made and so practically designed and ergonomic, I mean, they just, yes, this is the incorrect tremolo arm. The correct one is winging its way to me as we speak. And so yes, if you're after a fat Strat kind of thing, but you would like to, you know, as I say, stand out from the crowd, really, these are an absolutely terrific alternative. And you're going to look for the usual sort of things. You're going to look for, you want to make sure that the tram system is laying flat to the body, as it should be. Take a look at the action, and obviously you're also going to have a look around the neck pocket, and you're going to look for any gaping wounds there. A little bit of, as we always say, a little bit of like a defect, neither here nor there. As it turns out, there's zero on this as far as I can tell. But they're beautifully made, beautifully designed, and a very, very serious alternative to a Squire. And these can be picked up for really very, very little money. I'm rather tempted to buy and review a new Squire, the same as I did with that Harley Benton, which, by the way, I sold just at what it cost me. This one, as it turns out, comes with, I don't think it's the correct case for it, but it does come with an actual lag case. As it turns out, and they are supplied generally with the high end, with the premium guitars. Yes, there it is. Nice finished, nice, lovely, strong thing. And so, yeah. But as I always say, whatever guitar you decide that you want, or if you decide on a configuration, on a bunch of stuff that you want on you, make a little list. If you want a tremolo vibrato system, then you know that's what you must look for. If you want a humbucker, you must look for that. If you don't, then obviously your list is going to read differently, isn't it? But if that Strat is the kind of thing that you want, then these do make a very, very realistic alternative, and they are brilliant, and they do play just incredibly well, and I love the sound of it. So until something new comes up, this one's staying and the Squire's going. I'm just so fickle. Anyway, thanks all ever so much for tuning in, folks, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a lovely rest of the weekend. It's adios amigos. Ta-ra.